A new development in a years-old mystery, the disappearance of Natalee Holloway, the promising young student who vanished into thin air while on a high school graduation trip more than 12 years ago. Her father has been conducting his own investigation for years. Now, could he be on the verge of finally getting some answers? Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang.
It's the bombshell breakthrough in a 12-year mystery. The disappearance of Natalee Holloway, the 18-year-old who vanished while on a high school graduation trip to Aruba.
The mysterious disappearance of an American teenager.
The people closest to her are not giving up.
Her body was never found, but now her family is saying a private investigation has yielded stunning results.
I was shocked out of my chair when the guy said they were human remains.
Human remains that could belong to Natalee, now being tested in the United States. Her father, Dave Holloway, hopeful this explosive discovery could bring solace to his grieving family, or even at long last, justice.
It sounds like this feels like the closest you felt to solving your daughter's murder.
Yeah, I'm hopeful, but then again, I have to have the reservations because...
You've had 12 years of heartbreak.
Yes, a lot.
The revelation, one of a 6-part series, The Disappearance of Natalee Holloway, which premiered last Saturday on Oxygen.
I never dreamed it would be 12 years.
Many saying Natalee's parents were victims of an investigation botched from the start by Aruban authorities.
Little did they know, they weren't just looking for a kidnapper or a killer. They were up against the whole Aruban government.
Do you feel the Aruban authorities handled the investigation well?
No, because they took their eyes off the last 3 people that were with Natalee.
Including Joran Vandersloot, the son of a local judge in training, the godson of the police chief at the time.
Joran Vandersloot enjoyed every privilege, every protection conceivable under the Aruban justice system.
Vandersloot now serving 28 years in a Peruvian jail for the killing of a different woman. Holloway was a fresh-faced 18-year-old with a dazzling smile and a college scholarship all lined up, forever frozen in time in that now haunting senior portrait.
She was a goal setter, and she knew exactly what she was going to do in life.
She had a very bright future.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
On Thursday, May 26, 2005, she and 124 fellow graduates arrived in Aruba. Their nights are said to have been full of partying and excessive drinking.
The beach was a blast. I had the best time of my life.
Just after 10 p.m. on their final night, Natalee, set to return to Alabama the next day, captured on this hotel casino surveillance tape. A witness, Natalee's classmate, speaking publicly for the first time.
I remember seeing Natalee in a white car, driving away. The window was rolled down so we could see it was her in the back of the car. My impression was, oh great, she found a ride back to the hotel.
It was the last time her friend saw the smiling blonde.
The phone rang, and it was my son. He said, Dad, he said, Natalee has missed her flight back home. Things just ran through my head. I said, she's never late for anything, never. Knowing her, I thought something bad's happened.
Aruban authorities initiated a search, her parents making emotional pleas for information.
My beautiful, intelligent, and outstanding daughter.
Suspicion soon zeroes in on Dutch native Joran Vandersloot. Interrogated by the police, Joran admitted he'd taken Natalee to this beach in hopes of having sex.
We were touching each other, and I ended up, she put her hands in my pants, and I put my hands in her pants.
But Vandersloot's story kept changing. At first, he told her parents he dropped Natalee off back at the hotel. But when pressed by police, he claimed he left her alone on the beach. Still, when Chris Cuomo spoke with him in early 2006, he was adamant he was innocent of any wrongdoing.
Did you kill Natalee Holloway?
No.
Did you harm Natalee Holloway?
No.
In a 2008 hidden camera investigation by a TV crime reporter, then 20-year-old Vandersloot admitted he knew what happened to Natalee and said he watched her die.
I just think that I'm incredibly lucky that she's never been found. Because if they found that girl, I'm in deep.
But he later recanted that confession. Vandersloot has maintained his innocence. In July 2005, racked with questions and few answers, Dave Holloway hired private investigator T.J. Ward, seen here in Oxygen's new series.
I have a picture on my wall in my office of Natalee Holloway. I put it up when I got it in 2005, and it will remain there until the resolution of this case.
Years later, that new lead.
Dave got a phone call from an individual who said that he had a roommate that started talking about Ron Vandersloot and said that they were running around together in 2010. He was telling me things that were not public. We did an 18-month undercover investigation. So you all start putting all this puzzle together, and I told Davis that something was there.
A man named Gabriel has come forward and he said, I'm living with this guy who says that he knows where Natalie's remains are.
Do you believe the information he's told you?
It's 100%.
Cameras follow the winding and complex search. They encounter John Ludwig, who tells them something they've never heard before.
Did he go with you to dig the remains up?
Yes.
Did you do something with the remains?
Yeah.
And what'd you do? Tell me the truth.
Ludwig says that Vandersloot told him how he committed the crime. Later, Ludwig says he even helped him hide the remains, allegations that have not been confirmed by ABC News.
They pick the spot, digs a hole, puts her in, covers her up, and his dad goes, grab that cactus, and that would just cover everything up. And his dad goes, don't you ever tell nobody, nobody. But he told John.
Dave and his team go on the hunt, eventually recovering some evidence. He now tells ABC News that lab results confirm they are human remains. But Aruban authorities seem to contradict their claims. The public prosecutor saying during an investigation by police, we found remains, but they were found to be from animals. Now, even more questions over whether the remains were illegally taken out of Aruba, and if so, could they ever be used as evidence in court?
This one is by far the most credible lead that I've seen in the last 12 years.
Why do this on television so publicly?
I've been involved with the media throughout this process because if we hadn't, we'd have been at home twiddling our fingers 12 years and we still have nothing.
But skeptics are already wondering about the timing.
Can you address some of the skepticism that this is, all for show, this is all for TV?
I don't know. I don't know that there's skepticism.
We didn't do this because of the show. We did this, and I did this because of his family and bringing closure to them and prosecuting those who were responsible for Natalee Holloway's disappearance.
If the DNA test is positive, where do you put that in your mind, in your heart?
It will be the end of a long, long journey, but we're not there yet.
For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in New York.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.